Hey, Shalom, Shalom. First thing and foremost, when we give all praises and glory honor that is due to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors unto the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings and salutation to the hopeful elect. Noah's in the gospel abroad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is a quick lesson through the Spirit. Came to me some time ago, and actually this morning, and I kind of made mention of it in my last video, that this truth that we have, this understanding that we get, we couldn't do this through the flesh, okay? This was not given to us through fleshly means, but rather a spiritual matter. I remember I was in Dallas a couple of weeks ago, and the elder actually spoke on it. He said, we couldn't do this of the flesh, though we are men in the flesh. This is something that the flesh and blood won't allow us to do, because for one thing, it's a battle between spirit and flesh. It says the flesh is weak and the spirit is willing. That the flesh is weak, but the spirit is willing. So you have a constant battle between Jekyll and Hyde, yin and yang, you know what I'm saying? Venom and symbiote. It's constant battle, because Paul said the things that I don't want to do, I do. Okay, because it's flesh, oh wretched man that I am. So, your spirit wants you to study and get into the book and do your shows. But at the same time, your flesh is wondering, man, I can't wait to sit down. I want to have a drink. I want to play video games and all that. That's a constant battle. And believe it or not, we all go through it. But you know what I found out? It just, depending on your spiritual exercise, you're able to put that off. You're able to put that off for the time being and take care of your responsibilities. And that's what it's really about. Like me, sometimes I want eat until I do a show or, get some reading in. Whatever it may take. So I make sure that I give Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai his time first if I'm not out working in the field or something like that, when it's kind of hard to actually do so. But I'm gonna make sure I give the Lord his time first. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, this thing is not unto flesh and blood. This is just a spiritual matter, okay? Because it takes somebody spiritually inclined and somebody spiritually engrafted to sincerely go out and teach the word week in and week out, especially in the dead of winter. Okay. Also, knowing our particular roles in this thing. Everybody has a particular lot. Everybody has a particular role. Like the scriptures say, unto you, old men, I call. My desires are to the son of men. Okay. How the men of the Lord are set up to break these scriptures down and to teach. And the Lord doesn't make mistakes for hierarchy. Okay. He brings that up because for the simple fact, it's up to us to teach the nations and get them in subjection. So the kingdom of heaven is going to be beautiful, but guess what? We're going to have work cut out for us, because we got to teach these other people what it's like to be of the Lord. Okay? We have to teach them the ways of the Most High. They're just not going to grow up knowing it. They have to be taught it. Okay? And that's where we're going to come into play at. So yeah, it's going to be a beautiful experience, but you see why the men were given a bigger portion. Like it's been this thing lately about how these women are trying to teach the word. They're coming in a very combative and a disrespectful means, but you have to understand that that's not your lot. Your lot is to sit back and take care of the men, be humble and learn from the men, and to make sure we straight. That's it. Okay, because in the kingdom, what are you going to be? You're going to be mothers, you're going to be wives, okay, you're going to be daughters, you're going to be princesses. So is quite frankly, you have to perfect that lot, or you have to walk into that lot on this side. Because when you're trying to supersede authority and be something you're not, it becomes out of sync with the body. This is why a lot of women are not going to make it in the kingdom, because you don't want to walk in your role. All right. But what I really wanted to focus on is the fact that this thing is of the spirit. It's not of the flesh at all. OK, like I said, it takes a spiritual men to be in this thing and continue forth, even when it was a time that things wasn't really popping as hard. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, shit is above my pay grade, man. The elder said that. He said we couldn't do this through the flesh. And you're right. We couldn't do this through the flesh, because at any form of adversity, if your flesh was just, your spirit was that weak, we just would have fell out. Like the Lord, he creates certain things to shake the faith of certain individuals to get them the hell up out of here, man. Whether it be losing a woman or a child or a job or, some happening in the body. Lord used certain things in order to get the undesirables out. Okay, now men that's been in this thing have went through a plethora of trials and tribulations. Me, myself, I can attest to it. I've been through a lot of shit in the truth, man, that I don't think an average man will be able to withstand that. And I'm not bigging myself up, but I believe enough in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai There ain't shit else out there in the world for me to redact and fall off on. I can't see it that way. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that the scriptures say, when thou come to serve you, how about you, how shy, hey, prepare for temptation. These things happen, man. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. So it's not of flesh and blood. It's of the spirit. If you just a nigga completely in the flesh, hey, it's only so long before you stop going out. Like these other camps, they out there based on fleshly mean, but they have the spirit on them to go out, of course, and to teach the word. But a lot of these guys take winters off. Okay, a lot of them don't come out until it's hot outside. Why? Because it's a show to them. It's about showmanship. Okay, it's about being seen and being loved of other men. That's what it's about. It's not solely spiritual, because in their mindset, if they was really for the Lord, these guys will be out in the wintertime teaching in the brick cold. And they're not going to do that. So they only have half of it. All right. But anyway, this is the book of Matthew 6. And I'm going to start at verses 16, Salakia, and I'm going to start at 13. It says, and when Yahushua came into the coast of Caesarea Philippi, and he asked his disciples, saying, whom do ye men say I, the Son of Man, am? Okay. And they said, some say that thou art John the Baptist, some say Elijah, the other said Jeremiah or one of the prophets. Okay. Now, they was on point with the, I ain't gonna say, they was on point with the reincarnation assessment. You see what I'm saying? But overall, let's see what happens. It says, and he said it to them, but whom say ye that I am? He said, but who do you say I am? And then Simon Peter answered and said, thou art the anointed, the Son of the living power. Okay. And Yahushua answered and said it to him, blessed art thou, Simon Bar-Jonah, for flesh and blood have not revealed it unto thee, but my Father which is in heaven. Okay. The Spirit revealed it to him. Because he could have easily said, I don't know. Because if the Spirit wasn't dealing with him, he just would have been like, I have no clue. I don't know. So this thing is not of flesh and blood, man. It's just not. You can't. It's impossible to please the Most High trying to do this as a man in carnality. No, you have to have a spiritual mindset. Okay, you have to know, and you have to be led by the Spirit. Like I tell brothers all the time, it's a possession. We go out there, we're possessed. I don't remember 90% of the things I say when I'm out there. Even if it just appears that I'm out there talking shit, it's through the Spirit. You see what I'm saying? So I can't remember half the shit I've said last week at camp. I don't remember. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the Spirit. We're possessed. We're compelled to go out there and teach. You know, like we doubled up last week. We went out twice last week. You know what I'm saying? Because we had got when we got back from Jeff, it was late. Brothers had to pick up kids. It was just kind of all over the place. But, you know, Spirit like, well, we'll just go out twice this week. So I'll just double up on it. But there was a spirit that said that, because if I had not done that, I would have felt like shit. I'm like, nah, man, we got to go out and we got to make this happen. This is the work of the Lord. We're going to do it. That's a spiritual mindset. When an average person, I'm like, oh, man, it ain't a big deal. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got to go out. We ain't got to understand. No, it's of the Spirit. All right. Matter of fact, let's get this in Isaiah 30 and 20. It says here, and though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet should not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore, but thy eyes shall see thy teachers. And it's not talking about part-time. Okay, a substitute teacher is only part-time, or is only temporary until he puts his hands fully into the plow. He has to pass the test. You see what I'm saying? So this ain't talking about part-time Israelites. Like Yohana, he's not a teacher, man. He's completely of flesh and blood. You see what I'm saying? There's not a spiritual bone in that man's fat, bloated body. Okay, Tazariak, dude is a straight nigga, man. Nate, these guys ain't spiritual. They have the fleshly part down packed. They had the image down packed. The mindset, these guys are not spiritual, man. As the Lord said, the meek should inherit the earth. He was going to raise up the meek to do the teachings, man. The men who nobody accounted to be anything. The men that was overlooked. The men that was like nobody even banked or took a chance on. It's like I did a video last week, but this fucking devil, he just took my page because somebody decided to flag it over a video that was actually insightful for your children. I did a video titled, damn, man, I just forgot my train of thought, man. But I still got it backed up in the cloud. I might have to re-upload it. But it was going into the nature basis of, I can't even remember to show you how the Spirit, man. I just have to re-upload it. But it was very insightful, man. It was going into the spiritual aspects of how we deal. And now the video has been taken down. Okay, but nonetheless, these guys, man, they're not in the spirit. It says, and thy eyes shall hear a word behind thee saying, this is the way, walk ye in it. And when ye turn to the right hand, and when ye turn to the left. Okay, so the voice is the spirit of the Lord, man. Okay, like the scriptures say that the voice was in the cool of the day, roughly paraphrasing, goes into the prophets. The prophets through the spirit of the Lord. That's that voice, the men of the Lord, through the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Okay, so being carnal minded and trying to accept this as something you're doing, the Most High doesn't look favorably upon that, because hey, he said, I can raise up stones to raise up the tents of Jacob. He said that I can raise up stones unto the children of Israel to teach them. I can have rocks on the corners with fringes teaching the words of the Most High. I don't need y'all. So this shows that this is not of us. It's bigger than us, man. Like I said, it's above my pay grade. It's times I don't even understand how the spirit is working and what the hell is going on, because it's moving so fast. So I just choose to get in sync and follow the flow. Like, okay, you know, I don't see it here, but I'm going to just get in line. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to be on point with it, because it's constantly changing. It's like, damn, to the point you lose yourself and you lose your thought. Like, what the hell is going on? It's happening so fast. To the point, it's like you blink, you're going to miss something. And that's one thing. You don't want to miss anything when it comes to the work of the Lord, you know. So properly accessing the situations, man, and just being in tune with the spirit is always a beautiful thing. All right. So this is the book of Romans 8:1. It says, now there is no condemnation to them which are in Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, who walk not after the flesh, but after the spirit. Like I said, man, after the spirit, having your mindset set on the things of above, of Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately doing the work, ministering, catering, serving, and just have your mind focused on the Lord, man. Not doing too much, not doing too little. You know, not trying to be the big shot or the big mouth, Johanna. You know, all these guys, man, they want this big image. They want this big congregation. Like this nigga Nate gonna say, oh, that's why we preparing soldiers, because we know they coming. Dog, man, them dudes in the IUIC, when you get smitten, taken out the way, them guys gonna flee, man. Okay, the scriptures say, smite the shepherd and the sheep shall flee. Or smite the shepherd and the sheep shall scatter. So them guys ain't built up, man, because you're building them up to fight a carnal battle, not of that a spiritual one. This battle we're in is solely of the spirit, man. This is not a flesh and blood means. This is not a battle we can win in the flesh. Okay, and we keep constantly telling you, Jakes, that while you got your M16s and your AR-15s and your P90s and all your black fucking military gear, this is not a war you're going to win in the flesh. Sorry to bring it to you, but you're not winning the war in the flesh. This is a spiritual matter. Okay, and you got guys prepping for a battle that don't even have the main shield of defense, which is the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Didn't the scripture say the name of the Lord is a strong tower? He that runneth into it is safe. You guys are preparing a battle without the main line of defense, the name. So if you don't have the name, you clearly don't have the spirit. Okay, and Nate, you ain't got the spirit, man. The spirit has been taken. You had a dream a long time ago. You said the Most High took the oil from you, man. And he looked like he did just that. And you said, well, you got it back. Well, we'll wait, we'll see. Me personally, I don't know you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going off what the apostles said on more than one occasion. They testament to that. But right now, you clearly don't have the oils, my man. You clearly don't. You're running dry over there. And you're looking like you're shriveling up. So you probably want to do something quick. You probably want to get on your knees and repent and get the name of the Most High and teach your congregation. And stop playing games with the Lord, man, because I ain't gonna lie, bro, you looking like Charlie Murphy right now before he died. You know, so, hey, it behooves you to get your ass right. And it says here, for the law of the spirit of life in Yahweh Shai HaMashiach have made me free from the law of sin and death. It says, for what the law could not do, and that it was weak through the flesh, seeing his own son in a likeness of sinful flesh. So, yeah, we come in a likeness of flesh. You see a flesh and blood man compacted here. We got our faculties, we have our ligaments. Okay, we're standing on posts. We're speaking out of a carnal body, but the things we're saying are spirit and truth. Like he said, the words I speak into you is spirit and they are truth. This is of the spirit. So you can't control what you're going to do. You can't control your lot. Like forcing the scriptures say, don't force the grain of the river. Don't force the course of the river. You know, and this is a very essential lesson our women are learning. Learning that no matter how many precepts you study, No matter how many times you're in the book, you know what I'm saying? Fucking dementing your mind in this book, because this book can psychologically destroy you, man. If you're overly in it, it will break your mind down. It's tiring. Dealing with this word is very draining. Sometimes you got to put it down and be like, you know what? I ain't doing shit today. I have my days like that. When I overload myself, that's when I have the most problems. Like, you're trying to eat too much honey. Like, why would you continue to eat on a full stomach? Dog, you good. Just let the food digest so you can absorb the nutrients. And it take time. Digestion doesn't always take place in 1 hour, 2 hours. Sometimes it takes your body 2-3 days to digest a full meal, man. Just give it time. So don't force the course. Well, I got to get this. I got to be this and this and this and this. No. No. Following your lot. Because that's that mindset the serpent has put in us. We have to go above and beyond and do extra, which we all want to please Yahweh Shimi Hawashai. We all want to go above and beyond for the Lord because we're not worthy, you know, and that's just that willingness to please him. But overall, the Lord, like, man, just chill. Just do what you got to do. Do it to the best of your abilities. And I'm going to take care of the rest. Because what person are you trusting in the Lord if you ain't casting your burdens upon him? You see what I'm saying? So if you trying to do it all yourself, then, hey, man, like bro told me this weekend, he said, look, dog, he said, because I struggle with this from time to time. I'm like, man, you know, X, Y, and Z, I got to be more. He said, dog, you got men put in your circle to pick up and make it easy for you. He said, you might have this man that can do that, this, and that. He said, your problem is you want to be it all and trying to do it all to make sure they good. He said, no, y'all balance each other out. You good, they good. They good, you good. He may have this that can bring to the table. He have this, different talents. Use that. He said, that way your job should be easy, because what Jethro tell Moses, he said, you're going to destroy yourself in these people. You can't be everything they all want all the time, man. It's not about that. This is a body effort for a reason, you know? And I was like, yeah, it should cut me. But, you know, that's just what it is. So I'm working on that. But going down, it says here, the righteousness of the law may be fulfilled in us who walk not after the flesh, but after the spirit. Okay, the spirit. Walk after the spirit. It says, for they are higher. It says, for they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the spirit mind the things of the spirit. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace, right? Because when you deal in the spirit, it just comes naturally. Like, I don't fight like the word role no more. It's just like, okay, we got to go out. We got to go out. We got to do the shows. We got to do the shows. I don't even fight it. Shit, we just do it. Why fight it, man? We've been fighting it for so long. Like, you tired of fighting to the point you're like, you know what, man, I give up. I'm going to let it take over. It says, because the carnal mind is enemy against the Most High, for it is not subjected to the law of God, neither can it be. So then they that are in the flesh cannot please the Most High. So this is bigger than us. This is of the spirit. It says, but ye are not in the flesh, but in the spirit. So if so be that the spirit of the Most High dwell in you. Now, if any man have not the spirit of Yahweh Shai, he is not none of his. All right. So that's the point on that I want to make. I got one more precept, 1 Corinthians 15, and I think it's 32. Flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of the Most High. Damn, I just had it. Yep, here we go. 1 Corinthians 15, and I'm going to start at verses 49. It says, and as we have borne the image of the earthly, so do we bear the image of the heavenly. Okay, that goes into that transition, because once you come into life, of course, you're in the earthly body, but when you transition over, you get your spiritual body. You see, and it says, now I say this, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of the Most High, neither doth corruption inherit incorruption. Okay, so that's the point. Flesh and blood cannot inherit this, man. This flesh, this mindset, is not going to inherit the kingdom of heaven, man. That's why you have to put it on the spiritual mindset of Yahweh Shemi Hawashai. All right, but anyway, I'm going to end it there, Lord, where you edify. All praises and glory and honor is due to Yahweh Shemi Hawashai. With that, shalom and a ball.